Welcome to a new series called Savage Crypto. Here with me, Suppoman. Savage Crypto is a spin-off of Savage Cash, and in a Savage Crypto episode, I am going to be going through one cryptocurrency, and I'm going to talk about it in detail. I'm going to go through the positives, why you may want to invest, the negatives, why you may not want to invest, and ultimately come up with a star rating. And then I'm going to say if I'm going to invest in it and what my strategy will be with that cryptocurrency. So the first one, we are going to kick this off with Chainlink. Now, Chainlink is a cryptocurrency that I have been badgered about in my community and on YouTube. People have been saying, cover Chainlink, why are you talking about Chainlink? So today, your prayers have been answered, and I'm going to be talking about Chainlink, which is a very exciting new cryptocurrency, which, as you can see right now, is peaking. It's virtually at an all-time high. This is the best price this cryptocurrency has achieved. And it's really only been on the market literally a few weeks, basically. So, why is this a special cryptocurrency? This is what I'm going to be discussing with you today. So basically, if you want to have more videos like this, if you like this video, then please smash the like button, destroy it, hit it with all your might, but don't hit it twice because that will then unlike it, basically. And if you're a fan of Suppoman, if you are Team Suppoman, please smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. So, what is Chainlink? Chainlink is essentially a smart contracts-based cryptocurrency. Now, what are smart contracts, I hear you say? So basically, smart contracts are contracts that exist in a decentralized world, okay? They exist on the blockchain. It's essentially a normal contract that exists between you and another party for whatever, maybe the exchange of services, maybe goods. It doesn't really matter. It's a contract that exists between you and another party, or between two parties anyway. But the contract cannot be tampered with or altered in any way because it exists on the blockchain and it's set in stone. That's what a smart contract is. Now, there are a few smart contract companies out there, BlockCat being one of them, that specialize in the creation of these contracts. BlockCat especially concentrates on making them without any coding knowledge at all. So what makes Chainlink special? Well, let's click on the website and go straight to it. And the first thing that you'll notice is that the website is not called chainlink.com or chainlink.io or .co. It's smartcontract.com. Now, I operated in the domain space. Domain names matter a great deal in Google search, because if somebody searches for smart contracts, normally what Google does is it sorts the results by relevance, and one of the highest relevance scores is the domain name. So having smartcontract.com means this is likely to come up as one of the first results when somebody is searching for a website that caters for smart contracts or deal with smart contracts. So that is a wicked domain name on the off. So, what Chainlink's kind of USP is, how it's different, is that it connects smart contracts to your apps and data. Okay, so essentially, it can communicate with all of these different APIs. Okay, so you can see here, you've got banking systems, payment systems, as an example. There's also different APIs that it connects with, like, for instance, CRMs. Okay, so like Salesforce, or like, or just Microsoft CRM. So there's ways in which you can integrate it within an API, within an existing structure. So this is where the USP is for Chainlink. It's not literally like BlockCat, you can just create any contract and there's no basis necessarily, there's no theme or anything. So this is essentially to connect with APIs, to connect with websites, to connect with apps, to connect with social media, so that you can have contracts within them. So the whole basis as to why this is unique and why it solves a pain is because there is currently no provider, or at least no one specializing in enabling smart contracts to sync up with different systems, different softwares, different APIs, different apps. Okay, this is what these guys do, and they enable an ease of synchronicity. Okay, so that is where the value of this comes from versus other smart contract companies. So let's talk about the positives of Chainlink. What are the reasons by which you would want to invest in Chainlink. So it's in the smart contract space, which we've already discussed. It's a popular space at the moment. Look at Blockcat and how much value that managed to achieve in a short space of time. It went up to $4.50. So this is a popular space at the moment. Now, the connection to APIs and banking systems via their middleware is where the real USP is for Chainlink. Okay, so they've got their middleware software, which is called Oracle, and this is what enables the connection to the APIs. They are looking to operate in the insurance, trade finance, and securities markets. So if we have a look at their white paper, you can see where they're looking to operate. So they're looking to operate in securities smart contracts, such as bonds, interest rate derivatives, which is a multi-million-dollar industry. They're also looking to operate in another one, which is insurance smart contracts, so that when it comes to insurance claims, there is a clear distinction of who owns what responsibilities, making it very clear when you're going for an insurance claim that you know exactly what you can claim against if there's been a breach of contract. And then also trade finance smart contracts, data about shipments, supply chain ERP systems and customs data about the goods being shipped. So these are massive industries where they can operate in, and they can essentially be connected to the APIs that exist within these industries. So as you can see, operating within those industries gives Chainlink the potential to have an enormous amount of future value, long-term value. The founder of Chainlink has been building the business up over the course of 3 years. So if we look through the founder, whose name is Sergey, if we look through his LinkedIn profile, you can see that he has been the co-founder and CEO of Smart Contract since September 2014, so over 3 years ago. And he's been working on this for a long time. And if you look through his other experience, where he's been working at crypto-based companies, then you can see that he has got a lot of experience and foundation within cryptocurrency. So he clearly knows what he's doing. Another pertinent reason, which people often overlook, is that it's very early stage and it's on minor exchanges. Okay, so that means that the people who truly see the value early on purchase it from a minor exchange, because most people are signed up to Bittrex or to Poloniex or onto Kraken or onto Bitfinex, and they normally go for the ones that are already popular, the ones that have already gained value, has gone up to over $1 or $5 or $10. But when you have a cryptocurrency that's very early stage, that's just come out of ICO, which Chainlink has, then it's only available on minor exchanges, making it harder to actually get. So the people who make the extra effort to actually get it are the ones that get rewarded with the most gains in the future, because they are investing in it before it's been proven, before there's that social proof that they're on a popular exchange. They're getting involved in the early stages, which means that the gains are available to be made right now. So this is currently available on Binance, on Mercatox, and I think Ether Delta as well. So those are the reasons to invest in Chainlink. Now, what are the reasons not to invest? So, their negatives are that they've got a 10-figure total supply. So the total supply is a billion tokens. Okay, now this tends to put off investors. Okay, when they see that there is a large supply, they tend not to invest straight away because they think, well, there's not much volatility in it. This needs to prove itself before I see the value and then invest. Okay, so it takes a longer amount of time for investors to invest in cryptocurrencies that have got 10-figure total supplies, because the price doesn't move up quite as drastically as it does with a low coin or total supply. They're in a two-man team. So if we just look at the team page here, there's Sergey, who's the CEO, and there's Steve Ellis, who is the CTO. Okay, and then the rest of the team comprises of advisors with varying amounts of knowledge. So there are basically 4 technical advisors, a token cell advisor, and just an advisor. Okay, so, so they haven't got an enormous amount of wealth within the actual dedicated team. So there are a lot of cryptocurrencies right now. For instance, Walton, that's got a massive team that can enable Walton to achieve its value, for Walton to achieve its vision, because they've got so many people in so many different areas of the business that they can help it succeed in all the areas they are looking to succeed in. With a two-man team, there's less confidence there because you kind of think, well, how much can two people really do? They don't have the manpower necessarily on a day-to-day basis, although they've got a large advisory team. In terms of the dedicated team, they haven't got a large amount of manpower to do all the necessary work, to cover all the necessary bases. And also, having a look at them, although, we've got Sergey, who's been in cryptocurrency for quite a while, what we look for is we look for somebody with a bit of a law background, somebody who knows of the legal structure of a contract, a person that knows when it's enforceable, and somebody that's really there as a legal source of information. So they don't necessarily have that, although they probably can handle that within their team of advisors. You don't necessarily see that within the daily team that they have this covered. Okay, so that raises a few red flags, really. Ultimately, when it comes to investing in a cryptocurrency, what gives it the value is confidence. Confidence that they have got the ability to actually fulfill the vision, to implement the vision, to implement this grand idea and to operate in all of these different markets. And if they've got a two-man team, you kind of think, how likely are they to be able to do it? And so the confidence isn't necessarily there. Number 3, there have been some scam remarks at ICO stage. Okay, so there were people saying they didn't have much of a presence on social media and that the founder was actually making some weird statements on Reddit around the ICO period time. So this article here on Steemit basically provides more information on this. Okay, so this is one of the first results when you look for Chainlink, and what it says here is Chainlink ICO, was it a scam or was it just a massive mistake? And basically it highlights a load of flaws during the ICO period, such as some statements that were made by Sergey during the ICO, the communication breakdown, extremely late white paper and things like that. So there were areas of concern. People were calling it a scam. So you can have a look at this and you can essentially decide whether this is actually relevant right now that it's come back on the market. Does it make you think otherwise about making an investment in Chainlink? And of course, being a new cryptocurrency, they're relatively unproven. Okay, so they've not been in the market for a long time. They haven't been, getting a load of roadmap milestones completed. Now, something that is actually a positive for Chainlink is that they're good to go right now. They've already got partnerships. So, there is something to go on. However, they are relatively new. So we don't know how this is going to pan out. We don't know if there's going to be future success or if what they've already achieved is the be-all and end-all, and actually there are problems down the line, whether, API changes will be made so that they cannot, API can't be synced up with Chainlink's middleware. So we don't really know at the moment. It's all a risk. That is what you take with an early stage cryptocurrency. And then at number 5, they have experienced some pump and dumps since the ICO. It has reached over 45 cents before, and then it went down, and now it's gone up again. So it has experienced pump and dumps based on what people see as the value, and then a load of people jump in on it and invest in it, and then they don't see it go higher that they want it to, and then they dump it, and then it goes back down again. And currently, Chainlink, as I've just shown you, is currently on a peak right now. So that leads you to think that what could happen is another dump, because what happened last time it hit 45 cents is it dumped. And what's happening in the market right now with what's happening with the Bitcoin fork, people may just dump the hell out of their altcoins and put money into Bitcoin so that they can gain some Bitcoin gold. So this could go down. So investing in it right now, probably not a good idea, but it is worth waiting for a dip. So that takes us to the final slide. The final rating I am giving this, so basically I'm going to give every cryptocurrency a rating out of 5. And I am going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 because there are so many amazing pluses to Chainlink, a lot of them. And what's the things that's in the negative side are not necessarily significant enough to outweigh the positives at this point. So this is a very exciting new cryptocurrency. It shows a lot of promise. It's pretty much an excellent long-term investment. So I give it 4.5 out of 5. And am I going to invest in it? Yes, I will be investing in it. Now, the strategy for me will be a buy and hold. This is a long-term. Okay, now the great thing is that at the moment it's 45 cents. It will probably go down to around about 30 cents when it comes towards the Bitcoin fork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in certainly at the dip point, and when people start taking money out of their altcoins, that will be the point in which I go in. So I'm going to be looking to invest in this under 40 cents at around about 35 or less cents, and then I'm going to buy and hold it. Essentially, I'm just going to hold it for the long term, and this is the best position to be in, because as you bought something at a low price, 35 cents is not very much at all, and then you just let it vest, you just let it breathe over time. Okay, you just let the team of two essentially work on the platform, get some more contracts, get some big market news, some significant market news that drives up the value and essentially just keeps it going on an upwards trajectory in time. There will be dips, there are with every cryptocurrency, and there are many varying reasons for that. But if you buy it at a good entry point, at an optimal entry point, then essentially you have a better ability to ride the gains, to ride the waves, and come in at a good bulletproof price once this actually goes on more major exchanges. So that was Chainlink and the first episode of Savage Crypto. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave me a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to be investing in it, if you're going to go through a similar investment strategy. I'd be happy to hear it. And also let me know in the comments, what else do you want me to cover? So that's it. I've been Suppoman. This has been Savage Crypto, and I will see you in the next episode.